I am in front of a neighborhood in the Springline area called Gleannloch Farms. It is one of my favorite neighborhoods. It has these iconic red doors at the front. Let's see if I can see them. We're decorated for Christmas right now. Whoops, we don't need to go that far apart. So there are two elementary schools in the neighborhood. This one is Hostler, and the other one's at the back. It is a golf course community, so a lot of homes are on the golf course. This is one of my favorite shopping centers. Well, not favorite shopping centers, but I love that restaurant right there. That's Blue Oyster Bar and Seafood. So this road is Spring Cypress. My grandfather's Allstate insurance office used to be there, and then my dad's restaurant. I'll show you where that used to be, and then I will then show you where my new office is going to be. So Gleannloch Farms, A and B rated schools within Klein ISD. It zones to a brand new high school, which is right down the road. And there it zones to Dory, which is actually in my neighborhood of Memorial Northwest. So at that intersection down there, you'll find Memorial Northwest. So I am going to show you some of the it's essentially just going to be a driving tour, so I hope you like it. But it's a really nice community. I've obviously been sitting at this light forever. What's behind me is a car wash. This is a fantastic car wash. There are a handful of grocery stores you can shop at, and then we are really close to everything. So again, this is Spring Cypress. The back of the neighborhood is Grand Parkway 99. You have Champion Forest cutting through the neighborhood. You have an HEB at the back with tons of brand new buildings and restaurants, like a shopping center. And then over there is the original shopping center. It's beautiful. It's like branded to match Gleannloch Farms. It's really cool. Maybe I need to pull up more. The light has totally missed me. But yeah, there's a Kroger at this intersection down here. Yeah, this light just totally skipped me, y'all. But there is a Kroger. There is a good Chinese food restaurant called Tijan's. There's like a Subway, a Pizza Hut, Wendy's, Taco Bell, McDonald's. We now have a Chick-fil-A. We have a Starbucks. I'm trying to think what else is over there. We have a handful of pizza places. I think the one that's really good is Crust. Had a really important phone call, so I had to wait a second. But here is the entrance of Gleannloch Farms. It's really, really pretty. And then there is Hostler, which is an amazing elementary school. This neighborhood is really cool. It's really beautiful. You will see the stonework throughout the whole entire neighborhood. So my dad's restaurant was across the street for like 10 years, I believe. And I know this neighborhood pretty well. I used to nanny and babysit in here. The people are really amazing. So it's fall. It is December 7th. Tomorrow is my birthday. So you see some of the trees have lost their leaves. Homes in here are in the probably high 200s. It is really hard to get in here in the 200s, but sometimes the homes do pop up. So here you see a gated section, the Manor Estates. There are many different sections of this neighborhood, including an estate section with very large homes in the millions. So right here is, let's see if I can get over, is the tennis courts. And there is a really good park in here. I'm pretty sure I've made a video about this area before. So rec center. There's also a fitness center, not at this location, but some tennis courts. There is a park back there. I'm sure you can see it. It is 55 degrees out and there's still people outside, so that's awesome. And there's actually a lake behind here. It'll pool. There are multiple pools. The pool is really nice, but the lake is behind here, which is super cool. And there is a kayak launch as well. So there are homes on that lake. I'm gonna drive around this section in front of me so you can get a taste of the street of the homes. Because mostly I'm gonna be driving the main street, so I have to jump off. I do love that there aren't any homes on main streets in this neighborhood. So very classic homes here. These are in the 300s and 400s. Just depends if you have a pool or not. So you'll see lots of activity in this neighborhood, and keep in mind all the kids are at school right now, so we're not going to see any grown children or older children. We might see some young children walking around, but again, it's 55 degrees. The tree is beautiful. So I might pull up some active listings and also show those to y'all when I'm editing. But I don't feel like they're cookie cutter homes at all. And I love the tree growth in this neighborhood. So still lots of character. You know we're in Texas. Look at that dually. I love this neighborhood because there are homes of multiple sizes, so there are many generations in this neighborhood. So like the kids will move here because of the good schools, and then when the grandparents are ready to settle down a little bit, they also move to this neighborhood. That's a zone outlet, so let's go this way. Most of these homes were built in the 2000s. Pavers are pretty. So as you can see, everyone takes care of their yards. In Texas, most neighborhoods are within an HOA, so keep that in mind. And here's the mailbox system in most neighborhoods. You have these like stations of mailboxes. Long driveways, detached garages. Most of the homes are going to have detached garages, especially in these original sections. There's attached and attached. I guess it might be close to 50-50. Section over there is called the Manor. I think I went out a different area. Hopefully turning left will still get me to the back. So as you can see, the streets are lined with tons of trees. This is keeping up with the tradition of Champion Forest. So Champion Forest is a really popular neighborhood that's just south of here and south of me. And this was like the next neighborhood after Champion Forest. Coming up on the golf course again, there are 3 main entrances to the neighborhood, but there are probably, I think there are 4 altogether. To my right, there is a country club here, and if you belong to it, you also get to go to Augusta Pines. Look how pretty it is. I need to sneak over here on the golf cart and take a video for y'all. But my favorite thing about this neighborhood in comparison to mine is the fence that they built on the main roads. This is new. It was not always like this. So this really took this neighborhood up a notch. to show you. There is a family that has I can't remember if it's snowman and a Santa in their backyard, but it's hilarious. So there are tons of pocket parks throughout the neighborhood. We did a birthday party at one, attended a birthday party at one not too long ago, during the summer probably. And there are four-way stops all throughout the neighborhood. So North Point will take me across, but I think we're gonna circle around. There are two entrances off of Grand Parkway 99, and I believe I'm on one of them. This neighborhood is huge. Yep, so there is the HEB. I'll drive through and show y'all more homes towards the end. There are no apartments directly in the neighborhood, but there is one on the edge close to the elementary school. Aw, what's that gonna be? Ivy Kids, so a new daycare, preschool, which we have Kitty Academy, which is amazing. I'm pretty sure we still needed another one. So here we're at the back of HEB. It's a brand new CVS here. We actually have a CVS on the other corner, so directly catty corner from here. That land is for sale. A family friend owns it. 49 unrestricted acres. So this is Grand Parkway 99. This is the toll road. It's the most outer loop around Houston. It's not 100% complete, but it will get you from Sugarland to Kingwood, and they're developing it after 59 right now. So this HEB, we'll drive through here. HEB is our really popular grocery store. That's Champion Forest, and the brand new shopping center is over there. So you have fuel back here. So this is a new, really nice grocery store. So there is a T-Mobile in there, and I'm not sure if we still have a restaurant in there. Restaurants have a hard time being successful in the grocery stores. That's that outer edge of Gleannloch Farms. I wish they would buy the land on the other side and finish developing the neighborhood. There's a brand new sign right here. Look how pretty this is. This is insanely new. So pretty. Okay, so this shopping center is new. I love Mod Pizza. It's one of my favorite places to eat. We have another Subway over here. We have a Smoothie King, Sport Clips, the AutoZone. I don't think it's open yet. The AutoZone is new. This pet supermarket is nice. So another Taco Bell, Popeyes. There's actually another McDonald's. You can see this area has really grown, if it can have two of many things. Brand new. I don't know if we've been there. So this Iron Tribe Fitness is a really popular fitness center. So it's very similar to, I believe it's CrossFit. I have gone there before. Place over here, I hear it's good. I've eaten there once, but I don't eat meat, so restaurants are a little different to me than everyone else. But Mod Pizza, UPS, oh, it's the ramen place, that's what it is. So Poke and Ramen, Sport Clips, a dentist office, nails, and then Subway in the end is empty. So let's see if we can get out. So more development will be happening over here. That is another gated section. Oh, we're gonna have to U-turn. But see how beautiful the fence is. So in Klein, we have the Klein Police, not police, but fire department. Really pretty fire trucks. You're very well taken care of in our neighborhood when it comes to first responders in our area. So this is Klein. It's part of Spring, Texas. You can put Klein, Texas on your mail and you'll still get it. But I have a brand new map made that I'll share with you. So North Lake at Glenloch, Legends at Glenloch. I probably should have driven through there. I am going to show y'all some listings on the MLS. So what's really, really stinking cool about this neighborhood, they have a couple business parks. So this one's called Champion Ridge. So you can buy or lease space in there. And there is another daycare, and there is a fire station over there. So there's, this neighborhood's so big, there's 2 LDS churches. So there's this one, and then there's one at Spring Cypress, which is that road we were sitting on for a long time at the beginning of the video. I think I'm gonna drive past the country club and the equestrian center, y'all, and oh, there is a senior living facility in the middle of the neighborhood, so that right there is the village at Gleannloch Farms. That is a senior living facility, very large. So this is Kitty Academy, which is where Lincoln went for a while. This is the newest daycare in the neighborhood. It's a preschool, but you know, glorified daycare. These condominiums, the office condominiums, are new. So there is a golf school in here called Summit. So here is the hitting range. Because of the ponds. Magnolia trees are so beautiful going down the road right there. So the equestrian center and the fitness center are here on the left. I know I didn't show y'all a lot of parks, but there are a handful of parks throughout the neighborhood. I'll try to put some statistics up on the screen because I don't want to get them wrong. So I'm pretty sure people are going to stare at me if I drive in here. So we're not going to drive too much, but there's trailer parking. Just going to U-turn right here. But horse boarding, you see all the horses? Well, their heads sticking out. So most of this is pretty original to the family that owned this land prior to the neighborhood, but this is an equestrian center and fitness center. And I'll see if I could throw up some images of the interiors of a lot of the things I didn't show y'all. So I'm gonna go through this neighborhood over here. I feel like I should have went back there. There is a sports complex in the neighborhood. I'll show that to y'all. The landscaping here has always been really nice. And then at the very end of the video, I'll do the last shopping center, which is at Champion Forest, which is the road we're on, and Spring Cypress. So this is the estates. This is like a faux guardhouse. But Champion Forest Drive is a road that goes from Gleannloch Farms to Memorial Northwest to the culvert things. Memorial Northwest to Champion Forest, and even farther it goes. I think it goes all the way to Beltway 8. So love to cycle in Texas. Spring Cypress and the shopping center, and that right there is another business park. One of my friends has an office in there. Did a good job on their yard. So this is really a tour of Christmas decorations in Texas. My orthodontist is in the neighborhood. We'll pass it and I'll point it out. One of my favorite doctors. I'm really picky when it comes to doctors, and he is really good. Really nice. I always remember everything I tell them. Oh wow, that's pretty. Is for sale. That's where I used to nanny and tutor the most adorable little boy who I think just graduated. And then they would have bunco at that house. The people that lived there were super, super nice. My beauty saw the kids. I did not play bunco. I'm sure these people super appreciate me filming their neighborhood right now. So this direction and circle out of here. And I'll show you where the sports complex is, and I'll try to wiggle my way back to the other school. And I really wanted to show you my favorite little shopping center outside of my neighborhood where I go to Kroger. Kroger is a really easy place to grocery shop at. It's not as busy as HEB, but HEB is still technically the most popular one. Beautiful homes. I forgot about this. Can't really see it, but the house is cool. So more of the golf course, which I guess it's a little breezy for people to be on it right now, but really, really popular golf course. I assume it's the nicest one around here. Paddock Estates. So definitely a little more modest of a home. Still really nice. House for sale down there. Lots of cul-de-sacs in Texas. So if you want to live on a cul-de-sac, there is a good chance that you will be able to. So neighborhoods in the 2000s have cul-de-sacs. Not as many in the 80s and 90s do. You can get a ton of value in Gleannloch Farms and Klein in general. That's why I think it's a really good option if you really want to stretch your dollar. So obviously these are way more expensive than a lot of other homes in the neighborhood, but you definitely can get a lot of value in Gleannloch Farms and Klein. And I'm going to put a whole bunch of links down below to like my relocation guide, my ebook, best neighborhoods to let kids be kids. So we're just gonna go back up, and I'm gonna show you the back, and then I'm going to show you the front, and I will show you some more houses. it doesn't meet here. It meets behind these trees, but it's called the Farm League. It's so stinking cool. So like Gleannloch Farms, the Farm League. We have, I think, pretty much every sport. My son's doing flag football right now. So that is a basketball court over there. You have tennis courts. Not tennis, goodness. Softball and baseball fields. And then the aquatic center. Volleyball and soccer. But yeah, the Farm League is on Student Airline. I'll do one circle around this section so that you can see proof that there are homes of all different price points in this neighborhood. And they're sectioned off really well. So let's see, we will turn to the Glen Manor. So I'd say these homes are probably still in the 200s for the smaller ones. So it really is a neighborhood for everyone. And I believe I'm really close to the elementary school right now. So I'm just gonna circle around and go back out. So tons of walking trails. It's a really fun neighborhood to explore. Neighbors probably think I'm crazy. So lots of 1-stories in this neighborhood, which is awesome. We do have our 2 stories as well. The sky is so beautiful today. Glenfield. Is not a main road, you still see sidewalks on both sides, trees on both sides. I assume that's a spot where the bus picks kids up for middle school and high school. I am pretty sure there are no buses for elementary school in this neighborhood, just like my neighborhood. Preschool, business park. I've already seen that. So here, I believe, is the elementary school. And there, the apartment complex I was talking about. So elementary school's gonna be on my right. So that path we saw would take you straight to the elementary school. So this one's newer, so it's really nice. Cute musical looking playground right there. Bicycles. Kids love to bike here in Texas. Frank Elementary. So pretty. Oh my gosh, there's a bond being proposed right now. They're going to remodel my kids' school if it passes, which I'm sure it will. So this is a newer apartment complex that you can tell they're new because it's 4 stories high. I'm gonna get stuck if I don't U-turn. So that's called the Adley at Glenloch, and then that's Grand Parkway 99. So some really nice homes in the 400s, 500s, and 600s in there. Again, that's Glenloch. Trees are beautiful. right across the street. I'll show you this one. So what we were seeing the back of is a gated section. So we're gonna go across. So Dove Manor is the name of this section. The whole street's decorated. I'll have to come back. So you will find tons of lakes in this neighborhood. Super pretty. Lots of people running and walking and biking. Very similar to the first section we drove through. These homes are probably $450 to $650. See, there is every single price point in Gleannloch Farms, which makes it a really wonderful neighborhood. There are not a lot of houses for sale in this neighborhood that isn't even for sale. That is someone getting a new pool. And we do also, oh, those dogs are beautiful, oh my goodness. We do have private schools around, so I will link to some information about private schools down below. Oh, that house is so cute. So behind here, there's actually townhomes, so kind of like a two-story duplex, but townhomes. Just going back down Champion Forest. Options for sale in this neighborhood. Not a lot, but there are a lot of different options, as in variety. The sun is in our face, so that is pretty, but it's good. So we're coming up on an intersection in the neighborhood. I feel like there are not very many lights in the neighborhood. This might be the only one, if I remember correctly. So golf course again. So here is my orthodontist, and there's a pediatric dentistry office, and I believe there's more parks over there. Assisted living, memory care. Here's a shopping center. And then the business park. I believe it was the first one to be built. Section, Glenloch on the green. And this is brand new. There's a CVS, there's a gas station, auto care facility, another pet supply store. So there's the CVS over there. And there's also a Walgreens. Tons of banks. This intersection in 2008 had like 10 banks. So crust is really popular. Caddyshack Bistro is new. It's a little gym, super popular. That used to be a pediatrician. It moved. So there's a sub shop right there and a pool place right there. Yeah, Pigeon Penny. And then the McDonald's. There's another, I don't think it belongs to Gleannloch Farms, like association, but there's another neighborhood right there that has, I'm pretty sure they do not have access to the amenities. So that right there where you see Sleek used to be my dad's restaurant. I doubt I can find a picture, but I'll ask my dad. I didn't take lots of pictures back then. So the Chick-fil-A, the Starbucks is right there. There's a spa right there called Luxurious Massage and Spa. It's amazing. We have a Chipotle, Wendy's, so this is called the Stables. This is Kroger. Yandle's ice cream is amazing. Another dentistry, Tijen's down there in the corner, chiropractor. This is Kroger. It used to be a lot smaller. So see, the building used to stop right there, I believe. Is it right there? And then they expanded it this. So it used to be just grass there. It might have been part of that too. But there used to be a food truck, a car show in this parking lot. It was so much fun. Just wanted to show y'all this really beautiful tree because mostly I want to document it. But this tree is one of my favorite trees. So this is the back of Shalacy's. But this tree is amazing to hang out underneath. There's tables and everything. But concert right there would be fun. Flash studio. Storage place. Okay, it would not, so the land I'm building, so if you remember, the first intersection we were at was my grandfather owned that land there, and he had his Allstate office, and then my dad had his restaurant here, and then my land is just on the other side over there. I'm really torn on what I want to do. I really want to show y'all the horse, and I really want to drive by the land. So hopefully you'll stick with me because I really want to share the land with you. Okay, do not judge my driving today. Wendy's. I believe we have chocolate and vanilla ice Frosties. Gas is $2.75, y'all. There used to be a car wash here. They did not keep it. So this horse has a story. I don't have it memorized, but it's really cool. Oh, you can't even see it. How stinky is that? Bad lighting. Let's see if we can get him. There he is. He's like a very, very famous horse. Gleannloch Farms used to be used for breeding these very, very fancy horses. My husband has it memorized. I do not. But liquor store, hair cutting place. This Mexican place is really popular. It's not my favorite. My favorite is on the other road. But if you want to work close to home, there are tons of retail spaces if you are an entrepreneur and want to start your own business. We used to have a candy store right there. It wasn't hip and cool enough to succeed, but it was really neat while it lasted. And there was a popcorn place over here, but that intersection I was at earlier with the red doors, the popcorn place is now over there. So that's super unique. Just kind of like family owned and operated type place. Christmas trees, if you haven't gotten your tree yet. I H-Town Nutrition, Bella Chic, that little boutique is brand new. Boutiques don't normally last very long in shopping centers like this, so you're really close to the vintage, and they have tons of boutiques over there. First Service Credit Union. Oh, you're gonna get to see my favorite spots in there. See how everything matches? They use the same stone all throughout Gleannloch Farms. So the luxurious massage and spa. Oh, we have a Dutch Brothers, which is brand new. Burger King. Another little shopping center. There's a Chick-fil-A. Take 5. This is that other section that doesn't quite belong to Gleannloch Farms. Right here. Lakes at Gleannloch Farms. So this is another neighborhood, Glenhaven Estates. That also goes to Tyson, Dory, which are schools. The Pack is really popular for dance. So these trees, on the other side of these trees is the land that we are purchasing in 8 days. So that land is also for sale, but there's a gully here. So we own like a 9. So we own behind fence all the way up to there. So all of those trees back there are ours. They're about to be ours, and then he just saw a little shed. And then this is the land. So it was a tree farm all the way up to this church. So it doesn't seem big, but it is big. It's 12 acres. So nursery here. It's like the AT&T building. And then this intersection is Student Airline and Spring Cypress. And there's tons of land here as well that can be developed. So all of it's owned by the original families. Like the land we're buying it from a Tice family. I did not know you could turn right on green. Well, obviously you can, but I didn't know they updated the light. So that Circle K is a gas station we go to often. This place is cool. There are apartments over here. Didn't serve our water. But yep, so that was Gleannloch Farms and the surrounding areas and our land that we're closing on. When I say you're protected, you're protected. This is like administrative office for the, what's it called? It has a name for the, it's like the first responder stuff. It's the ambulance, but this is what it is. Harris County it's Emergency Services District number 11. So they have that there, and then they have the administration offices down the way. So there is another HEB on this corner, but you would not go to it if you lived in Gleannloch Farms. You would do Kroger or the other HEB. This church is really popular. I went here for a while. This is Faithbridge, and there's also a private school back there. We have another private school, tons of private schools around here. If you do not want to do public school, you want to do Christian-based. But yeah, so I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I would show you my face, but I worked out this morning, and then I went to the orthodontist, and I'm not as pretty as normal. So. But we are going to hopefully not get hit by this car and go home. So that was my very first house. All mine. We still own it. I have tenants there. They're doing a whole bunch. So it didn't flood in here, but they're doing a ton of mitigation. But anyways, people need to pick up their leaves. I love y'all. Bye.